Work holding is the first step to a flawless cut, and it's also the first step to turn your workpiece into junk. Everything can be dialed in, but if your stock moves, even just a little bit, your entire project's scrap. There's no fixing it. Work holding is nothing more than holding your piece down while the CNC cuts. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the two methods all beginners should start with: CA glue and blue tape, and clamps. Both are simple and strong, and after we walk through those, I'll show you why I always avoid screws. We'll start with my favorite method, clamps. These aluminum clamps have taken quite a beating, and you can see all the battle wounds. I've obviously hit them more than just a few times, and you will too. That's okay. If you crash into them, the clamp survives, the machine survives, and a lot of times, even your bit will survive. That alone makes clamps perfect for beginners. They're very forgiving. They come in a bunch of different varieties. You can buy them on Amazon, eBay, or Etsy. Their job is really simple. All it is to sandwich your stock in between your clamp and your spoil board to stop it from sliding and pivoting. Clamps slide into T-tracks, typically, and they're tightened down with thumb screws. And of course there are other ways to tighten them down, but I like thumb screws because you can't lose them. Now, the catch is, clamps cannot hold down full cutouts. There's no way to hold it down with this without it being in the way of a contour cut. So because of that, you have to either use tabs or a compression bit. Personally, I recommend tabs. So you add tabs to the project so it doesn't pop out while you're cutting it. Use at least 4 clamps. 4 points of pressure can push the board flat if it needs to be, and it can also hold it without it sliding or pivoting. If you need more, please use more. These do take preparation before you get started. You have to figure out where you're going to hold your workpiece down. Now, I recommend at least 3/4 of an inch, especially starting out. And it's not just about clearing the bit. You also need to make sure that you have enough space for the collet, which a lot of times isn't a concern, but if you're cutting thick material or you have a small bit, your collet can absolutely hit a clamp and ruin the project. Or even worse, your collet. So give yourself some space. Like I said, 3/4 of an inch. They are forgiving, but they're not that forgiving. Once you have your stock in place, your clamps in place, you tighten them down and you want to give it a good twist. Then once you think you have everything in position, get a good hold on your stock and give it a good 2 or 3 shakes. If your stock moves, your clamps are not on strong enough, you can either clean off your spoil board, clean off your stock piece, or tighten down the clamps a bit more. So that's it for the clamps. They're simple, they can flatten small bows, they can take a beating, and they still work. And the only trade-offs are you need to plan out a little bit beforehand so that you can save your bits, and you need tabs to keep the part connected to the piece so it doesn't pop out. Now on to blue tape, CA glue, and activator. Now this works by putting tape on your spoil board, tape on your stock, then you put super glue, I like to do a zigzag, on the blue tape on the stock, and you spray some activator onto the blue tape on your spoil board. You put them together, you hold them down for 20 seconds to be conservative, and they're holding tight to the stock. You now have a simple, easy work holding. The 2 layers of blue tape bond together to have a really strong, solid work hold. But it's not quite as strong as clamps. There are 3 times I recommend using the blue tape method instead of clamps. And that's 1, if there's nowhere for the clamps to go. If there's nowhere for the clamps to go, don't force it. The blue tape method is typically strong enough. If you don't want to use tabs, you need another way to hold that cut down onto the spoil board, and blue tape's a good method. The other is if it's an awkward piece. If it's an awkward piece, you can also use the blue tape method and it'll hold that down. There are limits to this. It's not good with really small pieces. There's just not enough to hold that piece down to the spoil board. These work by surface area. So if you have a really small piece, it's not going to be great. When using the blue tape method, I take shallower cuts into the spoil board. That way there's not as much force pushing it out, and when it cuts through, pop out. It's not going to work very well if there's a bow on the board. These will not hold it down quite as well. It might pop up the tape, or it'll never gain traction at all. So you don't actually have the full strength at that point. You need to make sure that your board is flat and your spoil board is flat. So a quick review on the blue tape method. It's quick, it's easy, there's very little cleanup. You don't need tabs, it can do full perimeter cuts, no problem. But you do need to take shallower passes. And it's a consumable. Personally, I like to be able to reuse things. So if you're into trying to save some things, try to go to clamps when you can. Now last and least, screws. Screws. I don't like them. I avoid them. There have been times where I've used them. They're usually made out of steel. And for when you forget to zero, you don't perfectly figure out where they need to go, you'll hit it. And you'll have shrapnel flying all over the place, you'll have some sparks, your bit will be completely ruined. On paper, it seems like they would be the easiest solution. In reality, they come with more problems than they are worth having. Now, the first issue is they don't actually like MDF, which is typically what spoil boards are made of. When you screw it in, there's going to be a mound of MDF that starts going up the screw. And this will actually lift up your workpiece as well. So it's not going to sit flat against your spoil board, and you're not going to have an accurate Z. And this will be detrimental if you're trying to do fine detail carving. The second issue is risk. If your bit even lightly touches the screw, it's going to be destroyed. The screw might be destroyed, and you might have some shrapnel flying all over the place. And this can happen because you forgot to lay it out in CAD, or you forgot to zero it correctly. And third is planning. You need to plan exactly where they need to go. You need to plan how big your stock's going to be. You need to plan to make sure that they'll fit into the spoil board so you're not, say, on a ridge or on a T-track. And there's just too many points of failure for my little pea brain. So once again, I avoid them. Can you use them? Absolutely. But when clamps and blue tape are there as an option, why use them? Clamps give you strength and forgiveness. Blue tape and CA glue gives you nice edges and flexibility. Screws will just give you a headache. And that's it. Workholding isn't fancy. If you want to see how the CA glue works in real life, make sure you subscribe for the next video. I'll see you for the next video.